Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook, and he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Cousins now from the 50. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. These two teams, of course, met in the much-dissected NFC divisional round game a season ago, and they also met in the Monday night opener last year. And Adrian Peterson's return to Minnesota, gosh, that seems like a lifetime ago. It was actually Peterson's replacement, though, Dalvin Cook, who went for 127 yards in a 29-19 Viking victory. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating in Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
That's caught by Meredith, right side. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll run with Cook. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you get that close to the goal line, you can't give up yardage that easily. You might have just given up a great opportunity to score 6 points.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Gun. Go ahead. Where's the hot?
Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Alex Okafor in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Maybe a free play here, Cousins. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Spurs, yellow, yellow.
Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and good to the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Get set. Get set. Delta.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Throwing, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure running. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance. To get one more drive in before halftime.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action. Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Play fake. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's got some space here. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Breeze. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got it. You ready? Here we go.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a play fake. Breeze. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night. On
play action. Now Breeze. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Now Breeze, maybe a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So that one will be accepted. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Got it.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Throwing deep here for Coleman. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know they don't have rally caps in football, but Drew Brees would probably put one on right now. This is not the normal Drew Brees performance that we're used to seeing.
No, he's such a yardage guy. I mean, he lives on yardage, and this is rare.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's a guy who's been over 5,000 yards in his career in a single season. He knows how to sling it. Let's see if he can get something done before this one is over.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go. Here you go. Two. Hold on.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's going to float this one deep right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. To throw, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now here we go.
Second down, Cousins. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Lucky 48. Where's the hunt? First.
On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Rhino! Listen to me. There's a hard. Rhino!
Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cousins on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Cousins now on second down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So how about that play? We had a tie ball game. Defense comes up huge. That's the definition of a big play for this defensive unit.
Not something that you see that happens often to a guy like, let's say, Jamal Charles. Remember 2015? Fumbled it in a key situation.
Roby, right?
Yes, exactly right. Bradley Roby picked it up and altered the ball game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And Lutz puts this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. A good pickup there. 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. There's the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The drive starts here with a carry by England. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Bree's going to throw here. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Sherrills to return it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he comes back with one complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.